stream totally died down here. So, and we should be back up streaming here in just a few moments.
We see stream now.
My apologies to everyone. Equipment issues. We're back up and running. Things happened. We could not control because of equipment. If you want to help us out with equipment, we have a Patreon account. All right. So where were we? We were Cerberus. I'm not going to attempt to pull the maps back up because
no, that's fine.
I think that was part of the issue.
Also, don't forget to put the deal back on so only the video is in Discord. Only video users.
Oh, that shouldn't be an issue.
Up on that top.
That shouldn't.
Up to 7 patrons on the Patreon, so 3 more people sign up for the Patreon, and we will do a dice giveaway.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah. So whoa. How many more people? What? Somebody said some dice.
He said we were up to 7 patrons on Patreon. 3 more, and there's a dice giveaway on Patreon.
Yes, 3 more, and we have a dice giveaway. And then there's a couple other ones on there we're going to discuss, but one of those goals is we're giving away, I think I'm going to give away a starter kit. All right, let's move this back over this way. So
I wanted to slide into an alleyway and kind of parkour my way up to the rooftop.
Yes, and I had asked for a stealth roll.
All right.
If it looks like I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at people away from my camera.
Stealth.
19. All right. Now, you're going to parkour, so you can use athletics or acrobatics to go up here.
I'm definitely going to use acrobatics.
All right, and I'm going to require 3 rolls. The first of which is
18.
All right, the next one.
That would be 15.
All right, and the next one.
That would be 16.
Okay. No fails, all successes. You're able to find a. Now, even the alleyways here are clean. They're much cleaner than they are in the parts of town you're normally used to, in the various dregs of society. So you're able to. You see a little statuette in one spot. You're able to run up, jump off of that, grab the corner of a balcony, pull yourself up, leap over to a window ledge, shimmy across, pull up on that. Slowly, it takes you a little bit of time to get to this because these buildings are not short buildings. But eventually, you manage to pull yourself to the top. And now you have this. You're at the top of this really posh neighborhood.
All right, now that I'm up here, I'm going to shift back to halfling for the small stature on the roof, and going to start trying to investigate the area and try and see if I find our target.
All right. So while you're doing that, who went south? Freeze. All right. Again, are you going by carriage or you're flying? You're just correct.
I'm just flying.
All right. Well, it does not take you long at all to get there. Every now and then, you'll see, as you're flying along, you'll see somebody look, going, what the hell was that? Because an odd-shaped shadow hits the ground.
I didn't even think about the shadow.
Yeah, with that big-ass cross.
It takes you a few moments, but you eventually get there, and now you're in this really nice neighborhood.
I'm going to start searching around, trying to find our target.
All right. What are the other two of y'all doing?
I was taking our beefalo back to one of the hideouts so that he could lay low long enough to heal up and not get attacked by more guards.
All right. So
We're gonna have a little bit of a talk and play some cards while the other two are out investigating.
all right, sir.
Yep. That's never a good sign.
The first session, and we've split the party 3 times already.
Yep. It seems like
Built up.
well, there's a few members here that that happens to on a regular basis. Just saying. So
At least
it wasn't 3 ways at the same. Well, oh wait, we are 3 ways.
Yeah,
at the same
you are.
time. Never mind.
all right,
At least
Kinjar.
this time, you guys can send for backup.
True, we got the owl.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a D4.
A D4.
A D4.
It's the pyramid looking one.
2.
2. All right. Now I need you. Well, give me a D20 roll.
It is skilled or just
Nope,
straight
just a
up
straight
D20 roll?
D20. See, what we're doing here is I'm using this wonderful book called the Lazy DM's Workbook. So, for those of y'all that want to run, this book is amazing. What was that, sir?
15.
15. All right, now I need another. No, that's good. As you're going across the roofs and you're watching people, you do see an individual walking, but they seem to be like they've had way too much coffee to drink. Just very hyper. They're kind of just
Okay.
darting around a little bit.
All right. But it's not the person I'm looking for, correct?
Have you ever seen Tom?
I don't recall. How about some insight on this person?
On the person darting? Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an insight roll.
All right. 15.
15. From what you can tell, just watching with your trained eye, this just seems this person's just probably on something. You know how the rich people are. You know, he's probably, Got a hold of some pixie dust. You're a fairy, not a pixie.
All right, so I'll continue watching then and just kind of ignore him.
All right. All right, Brick. I need a D4.
2.
Did you say a 2?
Yes, I did.
All right. Give me a D20 roll.
7.
All right. One person does catch your eye. Actually, it's not one person. It's a group of people. They're kind of solemn, walking along. They're definitely out of place in the neighborhood. They seem just really downtrodden.
We'll go ahead and do an insight on them. 15.
From what you can tell, none of them. So you've known you recognize the name. Give me a history roll to see if you had actually ever seen the person. You too, sir.
Nat 20. So 21 total.
4.
4. Sir, you've never seen them.
That's 6. 6 total, but yeah.
Axis, you have not seen them, but you've had a really good. You would probably recognize them if you saw them due to the descriptions that you have had in the past. This group, he's definitely not in this group. You're not sure what's going on, but one of the people in the group seems to be an older woman, human, and she appears to be crying.
A funeral procession?
You could be. It looks like they may have. They're the others in the group are trying to console her as they're going along. Eventually, you do see a carriage pull up, and they all crawl into the carriage.
Let me. Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt a religious ceremony or grieving. That's just kind of against my nature.
All right.
I will say a blessing to my patron for whoever has fallen and continue on my path.
So how long are y'all going to be out surveying the area?
Till we find the guy.
Yep.
All right.
I will be right back.
No problem. You'll probably be surveying for a while. So when I say how long are y'all going to stay out there?
I teach
Until we
Tinkerbell how
find
to
him.
play cards 3 times.
He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know how.
So I'm not supposed to eat these leaves?
No, mon ami. We're gonna try this one more time, and if it don't work out, I'm just gonna read you a book.
Grandma used to have picture books. I liked them.
You're not gonna be eating anything out of my picture book. No.
No. Pretty pictures. You never eat them.
At least he knows that.
Think about it for a second. Open up my schematics book and just point at one of the like spread pictures for the homunculi. Do you think that a pretty picture?
It's got a weird head. Maybe you should try a different animal.
I think soon I'll be working on other ideas, but right now, being able to have any of you send for help back to me, it work out best.
So you're going to be making more owls? Is it going to have my horn?
I think when I get around to it, I'll be making one more owl, and they be hanging out with you when we all split up. I think I
Tyson
caught.
taps his horns and says, I got some good perches for them. They can see a lot.
I think I call that one rat for you. I think rat would be the right one for you.
That'd make me happy.
I figure it would. Now, so poker not working. How about go fish?
So they've been gone about 3 hours by now.
They are not in range for message. So we can't do that.
How far of a range is message?
I think it's like 60 feet.
Yeah, message doesn't.
It's a cantrip. That's
Yeah, message isn't very far. At this
Message is
distance.
60 foot. Sending is plain wide.
Yep.
sorry. Message is 120 feet. You are much further than across to the other side of this block.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the far side of town.
Yeah, we're a little like split. You're
We're
like
out of
two.
range.
You're both like two neighborhoods away from where I set us up. From what I'm seeing on the map, at least.
So yeah, I'm gonna continue like searching this area for Ta Moran.
All right. 4 hours go by. Still no sign of him, and it's starting to get dark.
You want to play Bloody Knuckles?
No, you always win that.
I won against a brick wall once.
I was there. I know. We won some good money that day. Some people did bet against you. They were fools.
To be fair, you never bet against a Minotaur. We have very, very strong knuckles.
And heads and feet.
Wait, so where are they at? I thought they should have been back by now. Do I have to go look for them?
They went to go look for some fancy folk, and when they catch sight of them, they're gonna come on back, and so we can set up for tomorrow. See their normal pattern, so that maybe the next day we can do our job.
Normal pattern? Don't they just do normal things like normal people?
Fancy folk tend to have other people do a lot of the stuff for them.
Does that make me fancy for having you do the reading?
You do things for me too. You guard me when I'm doing the reading for you. That's a trade. They literally just get people to do things for them, and they might pay them a little bit for it. You and me, we friend. They they have a lot of employees that just only do it for the money.
What is the point of having money anyway?
Most people, to get by, to be able to buy things without having to cart around an entire cow or chicken. For me, it's expenses for research to make more of these pretty pictures and the things that I make off of them.
I see. Do you want these pretty things? And he'll hold up his sack of 500 copper coins. They jingle real nice. I like the sound.
I think you keep a hold of yours. I'm really happy with that. You just enjoy the sound they make. How about I dig in and start finding your favorite storybook?
5 hours have now gone by. You're going to continue searching?
Yes.
You're getting the belief that he's probably not in this area. You've covered a large majority, but there are a lot of buildings here.
It's alright. That's part of my bump in the night subclass is being
Yeah,
dark.
you were practically invisible. But you're not finding...
And I can also see in the dark well.
It's starting to get later, and you can see that the neighborhoods are quote unquote starting to shut down.
And I've covered the whole area, this whole neighborhood of the...
Oh no, you've probably covered, to catch enough, you've probably covered maybe a quarter of it.
Okay.
The city of Sun is still a large city. You've covered a small section of a neighborhood because you don't know what the guy looks like.
I have a description.
Yeah, dwarf. It's
Old dwarf. Old rich dwarf.
Give me an investigation roll.
Alright.
And Freeze, it's been about 5 hours and you haven't come across anyone that has matched the description.
19.
19. Sir, you do see walking. He just got out of a coach. An elderly dwarf. He's got a cane in his left hand and he's walking towards one of the buildings. He's got a slight limp. Very nicely dressed.
Hey, Tormy, are these owls just messengers, or can we talk through them?
Um,
I'm sure if we knew how to speak owl, we could talk to them.
They understand my languages, but they do not speak.
Oh, okay.
They're birds.
Basically.
So I want to roll insight on this dwarf that I just saw climb out of the carriage.
Okay.
with a 16.
All right. From where you're at on the roof, you really can't get. It seems to be just an older dwarf, and he's walking in towards a building.
Can I get over closer to him?
Yeah.
Alright, I would
You
definitely
gonna
get
go
closer.
stealthy, or are you gonna? To get closer, you would
Of
have.
course I'm gonna be stealthy.
What's your dark vision range? Your night vision range?
6. Wait.
And dim light, because it's
Do
the streets are lit.
changelings have,
Oh, that's right. No, I didn't know if you.
changelings have dark vision?
I don't think the changelings do, but did you get dark vision? Does his class give him dark vision?
It does,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
I
extends
hold
it
on
if he
the
already
dark.
has it.
Yeah. If I already have it, then it's 120 feet. If I don't already have it, then it's 60 feet.
I don't have my
And
changeling
while
info.
in dim light or total darkness, I gain advantage on stealth checks.
I will real quick look for races on DGB.
The reason why it's plus 60 feet is because you said you already had 60 foot of dark vision.
Yeah, if I have dark vision already, then my
Regular changeling,
Uh,
that's a dark vision.
Say it again.
okay, so 60 feet.
All right.
He said regular changelings.
You would
don't
have
dark
to come
vision,
down
so-
from the building.
Oh, I would.
Yeah.
I can see 120.
Okay. I'll come down then
All right.
and slide up the street toward him.
You're going stealthy on that?
Absolutely.
Give me the roll.
And because of my subclass, I get advantage on stealth checks and dim light or
Yep.
total darkness. So, yeah, that's not gonna go. Oh god. 12.
All right. So you're slowly stealthing up. Now, what do you want to do?
Insight and see if this is actually the person I'm looking for.
All right. Now, insight, you can tell they're kind of give an idea of their motives, but it won't give you a positive ID on them.
The ID would be more perception, wouldn't it?
Be perception and knowledge. But the knowledge would be at a disadvantage because you don't know what he looks like. You've not seen a picture. You've been given a general description.
All right, so let's see. Perception. That's a 10. And
Definitely a dwarf.
Huh?
I said it's definitely a dwarf.
All right, so disadvantage on history.
Yeah.
All right. 5 and 12, so 7.
You can't tell if it's him or not.
All right, I'll slink back into the shadows.
All right. But you do see which building he goes into.
And I will make a mental notation of where it was,
All right.
just in case.
All right.
And I'll take the first alley and climb back to the rooftop.
Okay. Freeze.
Yep.
All right, so we're sitting on 5 hours, getting ready to go into hour 6 of searching. At this point,
I'm gonna go find Cerberus, see if he's had any luck.
okay. You have dark vision?
Yep, 120 feet.
All right. Sorry about needing to make. I think I'll need that stealth roll.
All right.
It's nighttime, so you have advantage.
Well, that's a good thing because that was a natural one. 19.
I'm hiding behind this tree. So 19. All right. So give me a perception roll, Axis.
19.
19. Ty goes to the defender in the game here, so you don't see him.
What
give
about
me-
the owl?
I was about to point out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what about the owl?
I got that owl with me. Or
And
the
so does
owl
he.
Cerberus.
Yeah, we both have the mechanical owls with us. Probably should have made stealth rolls for that too, huh?
That owl has a +2, so that would be a 4. It's a real shiny bird.
You see the owl. What it is while Cerb is hidden, the owl is sitting on like the corner of a little fence, just kind of ruffling its mechanical little feathers. And you see that. You know he's in the area. You just can't see where.
I'm gonna land next to the owl.
All right, so this cross descends from the heavens. Yeah, that's gonna get us banned.
Well, we'll know what the banhammer looks like.
Yeah. So you see Axis come down.
But he can't. How close? How close is he to me? Because the owl was probably a few feet away. If he was.
Well, he's landing next to the owl.
Okay. So I'll see him and make just a real faint noise. Over here.
And maybe in the whisper in your ear.
Luck.
Well, once he makes a noise, you can spot him because your roll was close enough.
And he was there all along. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Any luck?
I did see some rich dwarf dude that went into that house over there, and I'll point out the house that I saw him go into. And but I know it was a dwarf, but I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was actually him or not. 'Cause since I haven't seen him, I don't know. But that very well could be him. He was the only super rich dwarven dude that I've seen. So, did you see anything on your side of town?
I got a big fat nothing.
Ooh.
So, are there any windows on this house?
Oh yes,
Any with the lights on?
yes. A
Why
second.
don't we climb over or slide over to the roof next to that building,
Well, I got a different
get a
idea.
closer look. Okay, what's your plan?
Are there any with balconies?
Yes. You see, it's probably about 4 floors, and on the second floor there is a balcony there. You do see a window. There are a couple of curtains hanging in front of it. There's a set of double doors. The curtains aren't closed all the way. There's a gap in the curtains, so you can see a little bit in the room. And from what you can see, it looks like some sort of study.
All right, I'm gonna fly over to the balcony, and being mindful of where my shadow lands, I will hover in front of the window and peek in through that crack.
All right. You don't initially see anyone in the room. After a couple of moments, the door does open, and it looks like a maid comes in, and she seems to be bringing in a tray of looks like a tea set. She sets it down next to this really comfortable looking chair. Exquisite, the wood carving on as you're looking in here. The wood, every bit of wood that is in here is intricately carved. And it should be so, considering dwarves are amazing woodworkers.
I'd expect nothing less.
And after a few moments, this old dwarf comes hobbling in with his cane. Thank you, Marianne. I won't be taking anything else tonight. I'm just going to have my tea and read a little bit. And he goes over and hops up in the chair, picks up a book beside the table, grabs himself his glass of tea, and starts reading his book. And as you're looking at him, you can see his face, and he's kind of sitting towards the window a little bit, and this is not the dwarf you're looking for.
You're lucky then.
Yeah, because that would have been a quick and easy mission.
All right, so I will.
Dwarf you're looking for.
I will jam.
I realized that was as soon as I said it. I was kind of hoping Cerebus was going to attack him, but
I was getting ready to.
But no, this is definitely not the individual you're searching for.
I don't attack willy-nilly. I get paid for a job. I do my job.
Alright, I'm going to go contact my criminal contact and see if he knows where this guy is.
Alright.
That's probably a good idea for me to do as well.
That would be a wise decision after a wasted 5-6 hours of...
Yeah, I would have done it sooner, but I just looked at my sheet and realized.
Oh man, I forgot my assassin background. Gave me proficiencies as my proficiency modifier to any skill check pertaining to the active gathering of information on our target.
That would have been useful.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Research!
The first session, we're expected to forget, like, most of our sheet.
Yep. So, you're all both going to hunt down your contacts?
Yes.
All right. Axis, who is your contact? Ooh, put you on the spot. I'm not coming up. I'll give you a name, but you got to tell me everything else about them, where they're at. The name is Theta Copperwind.
Theta Copperwind. He is a fence, but rather than focusing on items, he focuses on intelligence.
Info
He
broker.
sells information.
All right. Where do you normally find him at? Does he have a specific location, or is there some sort of symbol or something that you have to do to get his attention?
I feel
Like a
it's
drop
one of those things
location.
where I don't contact him, he contacts me. So probably something that I have to do, and then he will get in touch with me after I do whatever it is that we have set up.
Okay.
That would make the most sense to me.
All right. So so it's a little drop location. They have somebody probably watches and do it like a light in the window or a certain
The
news.
candle on the tombstone, the candle has the name of the person or whatever information.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well,
So you
I
do
will have that carved in candle.
you do travel to one of the mini cemeteries. I mean, there's several. This particular one is in a halfling neighborhood, or just right outside of a halfling neighborhood, and there's a particular tombstone which happens to say Thader Copperwind on the tombstone. And you take your knife and you carve in the name on there, and you light the candle and set it on there and leave. Knowing probably the next day you'll have some information and a price.
And at that point, I will head back. I will head to the safe house where Tormin is at.
You know that you have to find a specific paper boy on a specific corner to get that information from.
I'll give him a little time before.
All right, Kinjar. What about your contact?
All right. What's the name?
Their name is Margaret Wormglacier.
Margaret just happens to be one of the other assassins that I have worked with in the past, who also happens to belong to the Black Door as well.
Okay.
She happens to have a room in the Black Door headquarters, and I will go see if she is home.
She's actually, when you make it back to the Black Door, her room is, for someone that looks, this elven woman who seems to be slightly unkempt. She wears large spectacles, messy hair, and her room is full of just stacks and stacks of paper. Almost as if she was a hoarder of information. You know from your experience with her that she keeps, one of her jobs is keeping track of the books of payments due here in and out. She never gets names. But she every now and then she can have a tidbit of information. And she usually wants something in return, of course. Nothing is free.
Obviously.
And she likes trashy romance novels.
I will stop at one of the bookstores nearby on the way back to the headquarters, and I will buy her the trashiest novel that I find.
What is the name? What is the name of this romance novel?
The Sheep's Cry.
The what?
The Sheep's Cry.
The Sheep's Cry. There's on the cover, you see a female tiefling. Her bodice is slightly torn, and there's a druid standing there with his staff holding out like Fabio style.
Long blonde hair flowing in the wind.
And he's a furbolg.
I don't know, I kind of like Tormity's romance novel better. Night of Beefalo.
Why did you just go with the Lesser Lizardman?
So you do find this book, and she's like, Dad, take it back to her, and she's, this is nice. I haven't read every book in this series. This is a good one though. And she sets it aside. What kind of information? What can I do for you?
I'm looking for some more information on Ta Moran.
Tom Moran. I will look into it and see what I can come up with. I can let you know in the morning. It may take me a while to find something. But
that is fine.
I will see you in the morning.
Absolutely. And I will slide back downstairs and sit down at the table with Artemis and Tinkerbell.
As we're finishing up his one of his favorite like fable stories from a large book of fables, and I've just got a stone that's spinning that's just using minor image to do little detailed pictures in the air above the rock.
We lost Herb.
The book is Little Drummer Boy.
Drummer Boy, okay. Going to, we're just finishing that fable up as our favorite changeling walks into the room.
Alright. So all of y'all have gathered. You did go back, right, Axis?
Yeah.
Alright. So all of you have gathered back up and this particular suite. Are y'all going to turn in and call it a night, or?
I'm gonna drink till I pass out at the bar.
Okay. Doesn't take long.
Typhon's halfway asleep because he was read a bedtime story.
Now that my homunculi are back, I'm gonna send one off to the door just to keep sentry,
Okay.
and the other one I'm going to have do basic assistant work as I'm working on something for market tomorrow in case we don't actually go directly to a job.
Which way does the door open? In or out?
The door opens in.
I'm leaning my cross up against the door.
Okay. That's not a problem. If you there, you do know the doors can be barred because this is a place that's it's never been raided in the past because that was just stupid. But they do have it. It is set up on the outside to look all right, normal every other building in the town. But on the inside, there are fortifications.
Alright, so I'll do the bar that's at the cross next to me.
And anything y'all want to do before y'all take a long rest? No?
Kaithan grabs his mother's cowbell and goes to sleep.
All right. I think we're going to call this here. There was some unexpected combat at the beginning.
Some unexpected splitting immediately after.
But y'all sleep with the knowledge that when you wake, you should have some more information on your target as to who exactly he is, well, other than a councilman, and where he may be located.
That's the big one right there.
Yeah, we gotta know where he's at before we can figure out how we're going to take care of him.
So-
I'm sorry. Before we figure out how we're gonna send him through the black door.
So we're going to call it a night?
I'm gonna say for the first 2 hours that everybody else is sleeping, I will stay up and continue tinkering now that I have one of my assistants back.
All right. Now, well, didn't quite go expected as I planned, but did you have a little bit of fun?
I did.
Yeah.
Because next week, you will actually have some information. One thing I'm surprised that nobody did. What's the guy's occupation?
Councilman.
What's one place y'all didn't go?
I was wondering that myself, but I'm not intelligent enough to say that.
Just saying.
Hey,
I
sometimes the best moment is when the supposed
When
dumb
the-
character
Runs
says
after
the right thing.
a no-name NPC at the beginning of the game to get back a dagger.
He stole a dagger. I had to give back the property. I did not want to have our party lose weapons because of this bullshit.
It's not a good weapon.
I don't care. It's still yours. My
I
guy
have
is
3
a
battle
local
weapons.
idiot.
I
He's
use
a
them
complete
for my
himbo.
daggers.
He's a complete himbo. He must be able to keep track of the weapons. He's good for almost nothing else besides being a wall. Or beating a wall.
That's why
Well-
he's our beefalo.
Hopefully, the next time y'all will actually have the target and the fun that goes along with it.
Hey, I thought that was fun.
So, those of you that are watched on Twitch and in Discord, thank y'all for coming by.
Those of you who are checking us out a few days from now on YouTube, hello, thank you for
Yes, thank
here
you.
too.
Don't forget about Patreon.
Patreon, and in 2 days from now,
Go ahead.
we will have the Order of the Scale, where our musketeer-like group of new recruits will hopefully not be killed off in the first mission.
Or else I'm gonna get beat down.
As they go deal with some bandits.
I know that both of these groups are technically in the same world. I don't know if we're in the same time period.
Yes, you are.
But for both groups' sakes, I hope we don't bump into each other.
That's why there is such a far distance between the two groups that the odds of y'all bumping into each other are practically astronomical. It's like somebody from Houston bumping into somebody that's in New York.
we might have a mission that brings us all the way over there, though.
I'm just going to say that
You might. It won't be from me though.
Or vice
that
versa.
eventually Kaiten's going back to his grandma's farm.
That's not that far from here. Which is
Not
interesting.
far from here or there.
It's-
Wait. We're playing this until the cow goes home?
that will be the very final thing. We'll have the theme music from Incredible Hulk playing, and
It'll be fitting. It'll definitely be fitting.
and Mono's character just walking home.
The back shot of him, and he's walking away into the sunset.
Yep. So those of you all on Twitch, thank
It
you.
takes 3 minutes to not be zoomed in on his back,
Uh,
even though it's a wide shot.
it's only. By the way, I have to thank Angel with a Sin for that beautiful piece of artwork right over there.
Excellent.
And those in Discord can't see what I'm pointing at. You have to go to the Twitch channel.
It's okay. He's already on the Twitch channel as well, so
Please join us at Discord, and if you like what you saw here, or you want to make this even better, please join us on Patreon.
Yes.
We have plenty of things there,
And
and you will get earlier access to more of the wonderful subclasses that we keep putting up there.
if you thought this was fun, I am the AMDM. If you didn't think this was fun, my name is Chris Perkins. Those of you all on Twitch, have a good night.
We will be more.
the AMDM on TikTok.
Well, I'm going to be doing in a couple of days. I've got boxes to open. I've got boxes to open. So, for those of you on Twitch, go forth and roll some dice. Good night.
Night.
Right?